There's nothing wrong with quoting The Simpsons.
They're both losers. Losers.
Well, I loved last week for the Super Bowl. I was like, yeah, I'm going to root for whichever team wins is the team I wanted to win.
I watched the Super Bowl with my family. I left in the middle of the third quarter when it was just like 10-3, 10-6. Then I get home, do a little work, check the score again. 19-19. What happened?
But I have titled this one Buggy with a Chance of Meteors.
Well, you got a chance of media. There we go. Let's see here. Everybody bug out.
I just think of Chicken Little.
God, the sky is falling.
Everybody's bug foo fighting.
Those insects were fast as lightning.
But what's up, everyone? I am the Kaiju no Kami here with
Cruellica Kain
and
Silver Quill.
And we are here to talk about King-Ohger episodes 46, 47, and 48. Or as I want to say, King-Oh-Shit-Ger. Because, oh shit! What just happened in all these episodes?
We haven't even been a minute in.
We've had our conclusion to a Grody.
No, it's 138. Grody. And now we have no more Grody.
That sucks.
So we can't.
It legit does.
I mean, I had fun quoting an evil Nazi detective with the way he pronounces things.
The evil Nazi.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking when he's interrogating Brad Pitt.
Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, that's a bingo.
But Grode.
Oh, we already did that.
Golami.
Well, either which way, what? I'm not dead yet. Oh wait, yes I am. Oh, I'm alive now. Oh, bugger all, now I'm dead.
I do.
Tachibana.
Why do you keep doing this to me?
Because he was played by Tachibana. And now Tachibana has gone to bug heaven, where he'll be reincarnated as a common rider.
Or you'll just keep his memory alive. You know, one of these days I want you to say that into a mirror. See if he appears behind you.
I like Candyman.
Exactly.
Say it 5 times.
Say it 5 times with a slight accent. Tachibana-san, Tachibana-san. He appears behind you. Nani?
Gives me an idea for if Blade ever gets a DVD, Blu-ray release in America.
Oh God. You'd make me rewatch the whole thing. That's what gave me my Tachibana stigma.
See, that's what we would do. Just do like a fast forwarding of you watching it.
No, I just previously on Kamen Rider Blade. Tachibana. Shut up!
I still am thinking about getting one of those ring lights and putting it in the corner. You can't see it, but we have a corner up high that I think it would be perfect. Just to record him watching stuff or playing games so you could see it.
Oh yeah.
Jimeno's attack was not pestilence.
No, I'm rather surprised. She's scythe themed as well. So she and Grody, they're cut above.
But yeah, I love
thank you.
The opening when she slices at him, he falls over, and then they're all like, "Oh, he's dead." And Kamajan's like, "Oh no, am I the last one?" And he just gets back up, like all twisted, like.
Well, basically reverse footage.
But I like the way they did that. And then, it turns out he's already dead.
And he was what Gira was intended to be. Have him just eat shoe gods and lose a sense of self and become a living weapon.
Or as they kept on saying in the episode, The Walking Dead, The Walking Dead.
AMC is calling. They have a few copyright claims to make.
But so we have the pestilence returns, the fury of the gods,
which they say is what was it? Kami Hikari, or is it Hikari Nogami? Kami. Either way, it sounded more like light of the gods to me than fury. An interesting. I mean, I know it's not a 1-for-1 translation, but interesting word choice.
Well, if you think about it with the English language, red, and red.
Hey, it makes sense on paper. Now we speak aloud. That's why we should all shut up.
There, and theirs.
They're not the same.
It's and its.
Well, that's possession. See, again, it all makes sense writing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's it is, and then it's.
I understand. What I'm saying is.
Well, that's the problem. We're saying it, not reading it. In fact, all of you, log off and unsubscribe from all our channels right now and see how much better you feel. There you go. We'll feel terrible.
But no, I'm just saying because we're verbally, even they're verbally saying it. So our connotation is really based on what the translator feels is correct. There could be multiple definitions or just.
It could also be the use of characters.
Right, and like I say, it's not a one-to-one translation.
Because Yuki is both snow and courage.
Which is why Japanese lends itself very nicely to puns. Sometimes I wonder if I was born in the wrong culture.
Probably.
Of course, my family says I was born in the wrong century.
Well, I agree with that.
The culture of the century.
Century.
Okay, my lord, my lady.
No, we'll save that for the finale.
My lord.
Oh my God! Like you did with the first goddamn
we'll
episode.
End the last video talking like that we did in the first video.
Oh, it ended as it began. Thank you for the reminder.
Verily.
Aye. She's not having any of this. Ooh, the drumming of doom.
This is the joy of having acrylic nails, is I can make noise.
Okay, Lord Zed.
Actually, because she's drumming on her smartphone, the King-Ohger's got a lot of mileage out of those phones. I wonder what their data plan is.
I'm worried. So the fact that they kept on referencing cell phones was like, who are you getting sponsorship from?
Well, I mean, as far as I can tell, it's not any.
I know it's not a brand.
Right.
I just meant the fact that they're referencing so much.
Yanma probably got an idea from when he came to Earth.
So wait, I can distract everyone for hours with this little black square, and no one will pay attention? Oh, man, I could really surpass Rockley's. This is way easier.
But so I did like that bit though when you have the wheelchair lady, even though it was ridiculous how she fell out of her wheelchair because the wheel hit one tiny ass broom.
It's actual. Well, the distance she fell out of the wheelchair is unrealistic, but a wheelchair, if it hits one thing that is just up, you're almost stopping the entire chair.
Well, now that's because you guys actually missed some of the cut content from this episode. See, in a flashback, they showed that King Dugdead wanted them to install ejection seats in all the wheelchairs as a joke, and Rockley's had to, of course, obey to keep up pretenses. And yes, I had y'all going there for a minute, didn't I?
No.
Oh, come on.
No, but I think though.
Just you hit a crack.
For episode 46, I did like the fact that we start the episode, everybody's talking, but you have Rockley's in his cage in the back, and it says Susumu out gone shopping.
Suzume.
And I'm like, wow, she is a woman.
Well, I mean, she's got to make their home a bit more comfortable. So she's probably getting like a nice dresser for the corner and a nice little bed for the other corner, and maybe a little rug under the cage bars.
You know how much that little cage apartment would cost in the city of New York City?
A couple thousand?
Yes.
Yeah, 27 at the minimum.
27,000.
2,700.
I was gonna say,
but
because no, true fact, there's actually an apartment that is 400 square feet.
Did you see that video?
That is $3,000 a month rent.
I'll have to show you.
Lordy.
I'll have to find it.
The one that has like the bed up on the ceiling. Yeah, it's in
on the ceiling.
Well,
it's a high ceiling.
How does one get in the bed?
I would be scared to death rolling over in this apartment. And the fact, though, it is true to life because I've seen apartments in New York City, and they basically.
And it only has one sink. in the bathroom. So you have to clean your dishes in that sink.
Oh boy.
But anyway,
Anywho.
so we have, Rockley's thing gets to talk to Jeremy and Private, who are lightly burying the dead.
Yeah, okay. One, I thought about what you guys said. They're new at digging graves. I commented that those were rather shallow graves. But then I also realized, wait a minute, these guys live underground and they're insect themed. How can they suck at digging? Why would this be a chore for them?
Well, I also, if you think about it,
I have.
in Japanese culture, it doesn't look like they dig their graves very deep. And from a video I watched from Catherine Doherty, the mortician, Ask Mortician channel,
Oh, okay.
she in places where they have a lot of water, they actually have to dig shallower graves than the common 6 foot deep graves.
All I know is that Japan, they have sometimes are so pressed for space, they must dig graves, put graves on top of skyscrapers. That is, can I get a discount on my home then if there's a dead guy resting above me?
Because I got high.
Well, that would be an interesting grave tombstone if they do such
Well,
things.
I would just want to make sure that
High
they're
rise
properly
apartments.
embalmed if they're going to be buried above where
And
I
this
live.
is why there seems to be a ghost problem in Japan.
Yeah, maybe the ghosts are pissed off where their family chose to have them buried.
You put me in a skyrise owned by Trump. How dare you?
But anyway, so we have
Well, basically,
we learned that why Jeremy ages very, 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 very slowly.
as in just stops. And he's lived 2,000 years, but I gotta say, he's far more optimistic than your average immortal. You know, that you live long as nobody shoots you, basically.
Well, I also appreciated even this episode because as we've noticed that the characters have to team up to use their opposing powers.
Yes.
And so initially Himeno didn't do that because she grabs Gira to practice with because Gira's immortal too. And when she's talking about the fact that he has something that no other people could have because a doctor's wish is always immortality for their patients to survive. And Gira's comment of, well, I'm just as scared as anyone else. Just because I can live doesn't mean it's going to be a comfortable, long existence. Yes, I want that vampire to give me immortality. I don't care about the whole blood or no sun shit.
Well, no sun is mythology.
But that's the mythology?
Okay, I am Wiccan and I believe in a whole ton of shit.
Well, okay, I mean, the sun thing wasn't in the original book.
I know, but
That's what I mean. That was made up for Nosferatu.
werewolves, I believe, exist.
Well, yeah, they're very hairy. They're just hairy people.
But vampires, as cool as it would be, and once again, I'm Wiccan. The things I believe in, most people don't. But vampires, realistic, or not realistic. Werewolves, yes.
Actually, you know why we haven't found any werewolves?
Mm-hmm.
Because modern spelling is wrong. There's an H in there and they're easily lost.
It's not Where's Waldo.
Where is werewolf?
But-
Where is werewolf? Where?
But one thing that we learn is the opposing powers for both Jeremy and
I think I broke it.
Himeno are a little bit different because you had like fire and ice and things like that. But
No, it's life and death.
Well, no, fire and ice is tofu and
yeah,
No, but I mean, they're Himeno and Jeremy are life and death.
Who's the death?
Himeno.
Yeah, the side.
She takes life from.
But they said they. But
She
her color's the-
harvests the life out of objects.
Basically, each supreme power is ironically the antithesis of the country, or what could put the country in ruin.
Because if you also look, when she slashed at Grody at the beginning, all the trees around there died.
Oh, I didn't get that. Okay, that makes sense.
And when she takes Jeremy's chest looks really freaky, especially with that collar dividing his head from his body.
Yeah, because when you first see it, you think his head is like hanging over the outfit, that they didn't properly match it. And you're like, and when he lifts up and you actually see it's just the thing, I was like, okay, because that didn't look smart.
It looked freaky on its own no matter what.
Well, yeah.
But when Himeno says time to begin the operation, and she's wielding this big old scythe, I thought, that can't be medically certified. So she swipes in just enough to take just the tip and yank his crystal.
But I do like the fact that the reason why Grody, I can roll my R's. You have a hard time consistently rolling your R's.
I enjoy rolling my R's, can't you tell?
Grody.
Miss Cruellica Kain?
But for Grody.
Now you messed it up.
Yes, because you fucked me up. Anyways, the really cool thing is his diagnosis was he was dead, which I like that comment of, no, I'm just going to give you your diagnosis. You're dead.
Oh, no. Well, okay. Again, this is maybe not one-for-one translation, but the subtitle we had, you're already dead. Meanwhile, Fist of the North Star is off to the side like, good.
I still remember watching Kenshiro in Fist of the North Star say that after kicking this dude's ass and he looks completely fine. And the dude's like, no, I'm not. And then he just, yes, I'm like, how can you not love Fist of the North Star after that scene? But anyways, so he becomes alive temporarily because of Jeremy giving up his immortality. And then he dies swiftly thereafter in the mech battle, which I have to admit, even though it's been a while since we've had like a mech battle, it was really well done.
Except it was very quick.
Well,
Grody did not actually stand a chance with the.
Well,
it was kind of like, oh, he's dead.
Well, he's used to operating on dead people tactics, which is hit me and I just get back up again. Now he has a life to lose. He does not know how to fight with that.
Well, yeah. I did like the fact that he goes to the land of the dead that looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland with a lot of cocaine and pot. And he wakes up and he is like, just shut up. Because all of the restless spirits.
That he probably helped get there.
Because that's the one fascinating thing about death is that you're just as restless as you are in life.
Some believe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking great variety. But, yeah, it's both fun and sad that he's tormented in the afterlife. He wanted peace and quiet. All that they had to do was chuck him into space. He'd just be floating there. I feel so good.
Well, Karasu did in the end of Battle Tendencies.
Yeah, there you go.
He gets thrown off into space where he
Spoilers.
exists forever. Oh my God! There's 5-6 fucking parts all completed.
Oh, but remember Star Wars Rebels when that one droid is floating and untethered in the void? He's like, I should be afraid, but this is so peaceful, so relaxing. Ship comes towards him. No, go away. I was so happy.
And then,
So then our episode ends on a happy note.
0.
Next episode.
well, do you want to get to some of the comments before we start episode 47?
Well, since we have a lot of them, sure.
Okay.
Judgment 48, we kind of
Yeah.
blended.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was gonna say
well,
Like
we
40.
merged 46 and 47 together.
Okay, well, sit back.
I'm looking.
You look weird like that. Anyway,
I think we
so
look weird at any angle myself.
Anthony Sarkis says, "Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Tired but good.
I'm doing much better."
I finished my Ryu Soldier review. Woohoo!
Star Wars fan says, "Hello, Cruellica, Kaiju, and Silver," because alphabetical order.
Marvelous. I bet Star Wars fan knows the Rebels episode I'm talking about.
I would hope so. Then Star Wars fan says, "You see, I'm not really dead, for I am Tachibana. I mean Grody." And then Commodore 64 says, "Hello, folks." Star Wars fan then says, "And that will leave poor Kamejin all by himself as the lone soldier in that army." Also, not the most respectable word, The Walking Dead, is Carl. Oh, because
Carl, get down! Carl, get back!
because
Carl.
Carl is the main character.
Oh, God, so is he the American Tachibana?
Probably. Actually, yes, he would be.
Damn it. But now I can never eat a Carl's Jr.
Oh, I like that. Which is which?
Exactly.
So Himeno's power was taking life, and Jeremy's power is eternal life. And that's
Because-
from Chest of Greatness.
Which is kind of funny because the Bugnarok at the start of this show were all about die, 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 die. As long as 100 of you die and 101 of them die, it's a success.
So I do love this comment. Now, obviously, one comment was the data plan is from Enscopa.
Mhm.
I love this. Imagine Yama gets friend zoned at the finale. Would be sad and funny at the same time.
By Himeno.
Yep. It was a grave mistake for them.
Well done.
Depends on how bad the ghost problem Japan has.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na. Oh,
They-
there we go. What if we got the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift cast
Oh.
and Ghostbusters together? Ghostbusters Tokyo Haunting.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm thinking.
Actually, now I want to see a Ghostbusters movie in Japan.
It's like Vin Diesel.
Going to Sadako.
Actually, I was just thinking of Grody being there, and he looks around, and you see Kayako running towards Sadako to fight.
Clearly missing out.
Oh yeah, they literally cut half of the street floor where Death and Rock's Death Market is and take it as a grave. Oh my god, that is. The Boomers character names are being revealed now.
Yeah, the press conference is going on right now.
We got competition.
I think we'll see Grody again for the Dawn Brothers crossover movie.
Actually, I'm kind of wondering if we'll see the guy who Doug Dead bursts forth from his chest because he was frozen. What was his name again? The dumb one. But
The moth one. Oh my god.
No.
Minagun.
I expect to see him again, as he's the only jester who has not been full on killed.
Well, yeah, he was just harvested.
Frozen. We just can't let him go.
And then Grody will hear a faint Tachibana-san in the distance.
No, that's my hell.
Did you watch the Super Bowl trailer? So I've seen a few
Nope.
of the commercials. We did watch Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Or Wolverine and asshole.
Oh no, this is better because I saw this. 5 seconds. Deadpool trailer is now live online. And I'm like, wait, I just saw a commercial for an upcoming movie. That is some meta level. Why aren't there yellow boxes with dialogue?
Well,
around
no,
it?
I love the trailers that tell you you're about to watch the trailer with the trailer.
Oh, watch this trailer of the trailer that betrays the trailer of the pre-trail of the trailer sequel.
So it's Wolverine and asshole or Deadpool versus Wolverine?
No, it's Deadpool and Wolverine is the title of the movie.
I know that.
Hugh Jackman has renamed it on Twitter as Wolverine and asshole.
Yes.
because Hugh Jackman has been picked on for how many years
By Deadpool.
by Deadpool. So, but I will say my favorite scene of the trailer for Deadpool was when he comes up from a split in the elevator and then does like this move with his leg, and I was just like, that seems like such a dance.
No, I like in the trailer the Fox logo in the background.
Oh, that's broken in the ground.
I just got a kick out of, well, help me up here, you Neanderthal. Shing! Okay, never mind. Oh, sorry, it's snicked.
Yes, Snick.
Snick.
Because there was actually a comic called Snick.
Snick, nick, nick,
Well,
nick,
that's the
nick,
use
nick,
of
nick, Snickdelodian. Ooh, I just traumatized her.
No, I was thinking about when you were doing like the Nickelodeon thing. Because it reminds me of you can't watch this on television.
Oh, you can't do that.
You can't do that on television. You don't know what that is. It makes complete sense. It was a cartoon, or not cartoon, live action variety show series from the late 80s to mid 90s on Nickelodeon.
So if someone says, did you ever watch You Can't Do That on Television, and you say, I don't know, and slime splats on your head, you're in the show.
Exactly.
All right, so
That's where slime really came.
episode 48, we have the most cinematic opening in extra widescreen.
It was. I was like, did they film this on like a different style camera than the TV show stuff?
I was going more for the emotional whiplash. You see, the previous episode ends with, we saved everyone! Zero deaths! Now everything's dead.
Oh, yeah, we did forget to talk about everybody going to the in-between. They're in purgatory.
Well, they sometimes when there's a war between heaven and hell, maybe that's the place to chill.
People believe Earth is purgatory, so I don't know if that's necessarily safe.
Oh, so we all already died.
Yeah.
Well, all things considered,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
okay.
probably like on step 3.
I'm okay with this purgatory at the moment.
Yeah, the rapture probably happened in the 144,000
Oh my god, who cares?
lamp to heaven.
Who cares? Anyway, so yeah,
Well,
we
the
start
people
out
who
with
went up
this
to heaven care. I mean,
very cinematic beginning of everything destroyed and Gira just dragging his sword along as he's walking, and you have Doug dead there like, ha ha, this was fun.
it's finally all cleaned up. I guess that's the one thing. The dude is pretty much omnipotent, but he's not omniscient,
No.
which is the one advantage.
Which I like the fact that he's not omniscient. That there's still free will to play with.
I like that he's just doing this because for fun, but at the same time, he is always being on the front lines. He's not like a bunch of the other ones that Junko's written, where they have no purpose for doing this. They're just doing it, and they're sitting in the background the entire series until the finale.
Yes, actually, that was something I was thinking about while they were fighting Grody. We joke, one of our friends is nihilistic. But at one point, I think Cruellica was the one who asked of an entirely different series, why is the nihilist always the bad guy? And well, really, I mean, it's pretty hard to have someone who believes in life and affirms it to be the one taking all the life.
No, I disagree. That would be an incredible fucking villain.
Would they be villain, anti-hero?
I would think they would start off a villain and probably progress to an anti-hero.
But now the nihilist is essentially defeated. We found out there was an afterlife. But now it's not. I would say it's an Epicurean. Well, actually, that's not fair. Epicurean is not the hedonism people think it is. But what is a philosophy of just pure play without any responsibility? A juvenile, really.
Well, if you think about it, the introduction of Doug Dead and the gestures, and if you think of the name gesture.
Well, I mean, that's not what they really are called.
What do you jest?
a one-to-one translation again, not happening.
Yes, but there's probably not a traditional term in Japanese culture or lore for a gesture.
Merrymaker, fool,
Because
entertainer.
if you think about it, that is more of a European concept where you have the royalty and you have the jester or the fool who makes a play on the differences between the monarchy and common man.
Yes.
But the way Doug Dead was originally introduced into the series, it actually makes sense of the whole aspect of being like a juvenile. Because his mentality and seeing his world full of toys, where you have a swing set, you have balls to play with, and you have all of these like childlike doodads, that the world's a game rather than the world being a stage. The world is truly a game.
And the rule is I win.
And that is a very childlike. Think about, I don't know if you've seen this episode in Twilight Zone, but I know they've referenced it even in The Simpsons, where you have that little boy who can hear everybody, like, can't hear anybody's thoughts, but if they say anything that makes him less happy, he can turn them into something. He can make other things disappear, all to make his world what is going to make him happy as a child.
Okay, so he banishes a mean girl into cartoon land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been there. Although, oh god, now I'm thinking of this Johnny Bravo. We're sending you to the corn. He just winds up in a corn maze.
But so I've always thought of Doug Dad as more of a
Child,
like just a very tall child.
Although when he changes his philosophy, though, okay, I don't want to destroy the world. I want it in part of my collection because they killed me. That's pretty good props. Meanwhile, Grody's over here like, why can't I ever be killed? Why did the other two jesters got it before I did? How's that fair? But either which way, really, this is more like they enact Evacuation Zero. And it's funny that Rockley's is the one trying to get everyone on board, and that's the first rebellion.
I do like in episode 47 where they're doing this, because it kind of leads into my thought process for 48. But in 47, when you have I can't remember, the top dog dude from Shugadon, the older gentleman.
Oh, the knight?
The knight.
Oh, okay. I'm like the old guy.
Where the knight says, quiet. And then you have Rockley's walk on stage. And I said this while we were watching. It's like, yeah, we have to have the best actor in the show say something.
That's right.
And he gives this speech. And then in 48, where everybody is there about to get on the ship, and he starts trying to get everybody to on the ship. Like, once again, the best actor in this series has to say stuff.
Okay,
let him have the stage.
Okay, one thing I found interesting is, had it turned out that there was no real bowler hat guy, it had been Kamajin the entire time.
That would have been far more tolerable. But no, apparently, I did find it interesting that during the evacuation, we see him get like tripped or thrown down. He's like, ah! And we don't see him again until he's trying to sabotage the rebellion. Just in time for the real bowler hat guy. He's like, I've been captive for months. Didn't anyone notice? But I was like, no, he's louder. He's definitely the real one.
I know. I love when the little kid said that. He's louder. He's got to be the real one. I'm like, wow.
That's right. I
was like, that poor kid.
he knows from bitter experience. Meanwhile, I'm just like, Bowler Hat guy. Actually, I hadn't considered if that would have been the case. Be like, wow, that's 2 slanders of impersonation by this jester. The royal aide, who was actually a pretty badass knight.
I know.
But yeah,
My heart broke for him.
It would have been interesting had the bowler hat guy actually turned out to have been Kamaijin the entire time. And that the bowler hat guy was like the greatest guy ever.
Or it's like he was just really cared about Shugun, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry I called you a manga guy, but no.
You're a manga
You're
guy.
still a manga guy.
Maybe the manga guys are actually bug people in disguise.
Well, I have the philosophy that flat earthers are really elves, and they don't know it.
Oh, but I did also like seeing in the previous 2 episodes the bug dude back. Well, what about I'm a phantom too?
Well, that means that I was wondering, the minute Yanma, we're kind of bouncing around, but there was a lot happening in this episode. When Yanma says, well, there's only one way to find a replacement for eternal life, we're trying to contact the dead. I'm sorry, you kind of buried the lead there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Phantom Guy actually was able to go to the land of the dead, as he is maybe.
Well, clearly that's where.
No. Badass scene of the episode. Even though Rockley's pushing people out of the way to go charge was really cool. Having these doors open up and having Death Narok walk out and be like, what did he say?
Your emissary from the dead has arrived.
Yes.
Lower life forms.
Because it was so badass. I couldn't remember the line, but just the way he came in, I was like, how is this not epic?
Well, I will admit it's going to be cathartic to see him enact some revenge on his jester. His former advisor turned out to be the pawn player, whatever. But yeah, it's like, okay. And here's the funny thing. Again, forgetting episode 47. We saw the little black spider mech. That thing never became a big part of King-Ohger. It may yet in the final episodes. But I just thought, hey, yeah, I forgot about that little guy.
Yeah,
what's his contribution?
And it's not that we forget about 47. It's just because 46 and 47 work truly as one. You must watch them both together.
You must watch this whole series. It is a good investment of time.
Oh, absolutely. But this 2-parter really flowed together because there are times where you have like a 2-parter.
Well, I mean,
and they sometimes feel like they truly are 2 separate episodes. This literally felt like they filmed it all as one. And I know that probably didn't happen, but they filmed it as one and cut it at the right point so that it could start, so you could have those 2 separate episodes.
And of course, then the ending, everybody lives. Next episode, everything is dust.
It was.
Ooh, this is an emotional roller coaster here, people. Here's a little one.
Well, the series is an emotional roller coaster.
Oh God, because then you have Jeremy almost crying in that one scene.
Hey.
Actually, I like the acting in that scene.
Honestly,
with Himeno,
I think, truthfully, all the actors in this series, especially for the main cast, have done an incredible job because you can actually see their growth. Like, compared to other Toku series that I've watched where they become really good at the end, like acting-wise, they had a solid start. Like, I'm impressed with the casting directors for this show.
That was another thing I did like seeing with Grody being able to bring all the old Bugnarok back. Was seeing the army ant.
But they didn't. Well, of course, they couldn't afford speaking roles. That would have been the chef's kiss.
Well, I mean, I am still impressed that they were able to make this show work with that CGA background for the entire series. It's not something I want to see be done all the time, but it was actually nice that even though sometimes it's visually pukey, they've actually made it work, and it never looked like their budget has run out. Like there are times when you're like, you can clearly tell it's green screen. Like when in the one scene when the prisoners were uncovering the tunnel.
Oh yes, move that styrofoam.
You could tell some of that was like, ew. But it was
it was blurry.
But it was still cool. And then I liked though when Rita walked in and said, "Hey, the only reason I've tolerated it is because I figured it might need to be used at some point."
And and I guess they did it again. Or let everyone go. Her assistant, Rita's assistant. What's her name?
Oh,
Morphina?
Morphina.
Yeah, she's like, okay, evacuation code 0, everyone has to go. And for a minute there, for a minute there, I thought Morphine was trying to take the throne with her.
I know.
No, I was thinking she was going to go for a Molphin doll.
You know what? That'd be something. That's all you need really to defeat Bugnarok. And he's like, and then I'll destroy all those stupid dolls. Next thing you know, Morphina's in Rita's in rage mode, and the universe is destroyed. Now there's only her and Mofun to create the new Mofun verse.
Well, I would laugh if they somehow were able to do like a Ghostbusters thing, where due to Dan Aykroyd's character not knowing how to clear his goddamn mind, thinks of a marshmallow mascot.
Well, here you could have Godzilla.
You have a giant Mofun.
I'm sorry. I tried to clear my thoughts, but Mofun. The final mech battles against Mofun. Rita's tears flow through.
Back. That's not out.
I'm reading the.
I am going to start reading the comments.
I don't care. I want to read them anyway.
I see so many purple circles.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
That's from Chest of Greatness.
So there are green screen problems on the floor. Shouldn't cut the bars. Which I will say there was some touchy elements of green screen with these episodes.
Still better than Zenkaiger.
But
nothing will be as bad as Zenkaiger.
It was, for what they're trying to do, a new concept with having a room like that.
Yeah,
it was well done.
When I get to reviewing Zenkaiger, probably at the end of this year, oh my god, I'm gonna be tearing the effects section of that review apart.
Well, okay, here's one thing. My thought is, if they didn't experiment with Zenkaiger and figure out what was not working, we wouldn't have an improved view for King-Ohger. Who knows what another Sentai that relies on green screen will look like? Kind of hoping Boom Boomger. It already looks rather different from your average Sentai. I'm curious.
I'll show you the trailer
if
later.
They'll still do the green screen.
Smarter than your average bear.
I'm hoping for back to more of a traditional setting.
What? Oh, but we so enjoyed the non-traditional aesthetics of Zenkaiger, Dawn Brothers. And
I just mean the setting, because it's just.
Do you want them to go back to the little quartz mine area and the forest?
Now over quartz.
I do miss the
gravel pit.
Gravel pit.
Oh, he's gravel.
But we've had the gravel pit in this series.
Okay, well, going on with the comments, who's ready for the fight we'll never forget? The end fight.
Oh, well, that's the thing. You can forget the end fight sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's not as cool as. I mean, oddly enough, I was thinking of Gokaiger today, and for as interesting as the final battle may have been, all I remember is, you don't like it, complain to your dead kid in hell.
That's welcoming.
Let's see.
You remember that line though, right?
I do.
We all reacted with "goddamn."
It's funny that Suzume left a note to Rockley's that she's shopping, especially the fact that they were both in the cage, and then all of a sudden.
Well, she was optional.
Can Bowler Hat Guy ever form his own opinion?
Probably not.
How did Death and Rock gain access to the gates of the afterlife? A little phantom gave them to him.
That's my idea for
One episode we're happy. Next episode, no, we're sad.
Everyone lives. Yay! Now we're all dead. Aww.
Surprised that there isn't a happy ending song for this series that played in those sad episodes. Oh, just wait till you see my Ryu Soldier review.
Oh yes, I remember that.
I had fun with that. Now Grody will be tormented by the ghosts of those he killed. How to beat Ragnarok in these final episodes. A giant bug zapper mech. Actually, wouldn't it be interesting though if when we were talking about the juvenile aspect, if the series ends with
Ragnarok.
Doug Dead's parents coming to Terra and just picking him up and taking him away?
We're sorry about our son's interference.
Like, excuse us, Junior. This is where you ran off to. Boop. We're sorry about our son.
Meanwhile, the King-Ohger's like, "You're stealing that from Star Trek." No.
Was that in Star Trek?
It was. They meet essentially a demigod. Well, seems like a god, but then we find out that he's just a kid, and they don't so much more evolved. So yeah, they kind of had a little Deus Ex there.
I feel cheated now. Like Star Trek already did that idea.
Well, you know how it's kind of like Simpsons did it, except Star Trek.
But then again,
Star Trek did it.
But then again, Star Trek ripped off the Twilight Zone with their ideas, and everyone else has ripped off. Everybody's ripped off the Twilight Zone. There are 4 original ideas. Everything else was the Twilight Zone.
I thought it was 6.
Maybe 6, whatever.
Well, either way. Man versus man, man versus nature, man versus himself. I gotta look this up now.
Oh, you talking about the conflicts?
Yeah. Those are often regarded
Man versus supernatural.
as
Man versus nature.
6 original stories. Huh. This is Google's suggestions are rather interesting. 6 original NHL teams, frigates, Avengers, Greek gods, bowl games, Japanese dog breeds, American girl dolls. 6 is rather common.
7 X-Men though. But anyway, I am excited for the finale of King-Ohger. We've got next Saturday. We'll probably watch episode 49, so that the following week we can do our thoughts on 49, and then we can focus all on the finale. Plus, we don't want to wait till
We all get together.
to watch.
Oh
the
wait,
finale.
you're gonna finale without me, aren't you?
Well, you do the same thing.
You're gonna leave me out of the live stream.
No, we're not going to do the live stream until after we watch it as a group.
Okay.
But we're going to at least watch the finale.
Oh, okay.
on our
Okay. I
own.
thought I was being ditched before I could go back into my middle old English.
No, but what we'll probably do is for Boom Boomers premieres, we'll do the same thing we do where we'll watch the episode, just the 2 of us, talk about the premiere, then do another live stream when we're watching it again with you.
Gotcha. Okay. Good betting. Verily, my lord.
Assuming we even get to watch Boom Boomers at the start, like right away.
These are crazy times for us all.
It is crazy, crazy world. But yes, so we have left off with a big battle ensuing with the preview that was like, oh my god, that looks so epic.
Look to the west or on your left.
Okay.
But then the people in the west say, go to the east.
Yeah, or was it look to the dawn? I'm getting my Gandalf quotes.
Oh, for Helm's Deep.
Yeah, look to the... Okay, well, now we got to look that up too.
Speaking of which, did you know that Martin said the whole reason he created Game of Thrones because he hated that Gandalf was brought back alive to life in Lord of the Rings? He felt Gandalf should have stayed dead, and that's how Tolkien should have written it.
Okay, let's see here. We've got...
Jesus, that's so.
Google,
Well, we all have our
Google
own.
suggestions. Look to the 6 original Greek gods. Look to the 6 Japanese dog breeds. No, not really. It is look to the east, because that's where the dawn comes. Right, Ben?
Well,
See, here's our mascot.
sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Yes. Right, Ben?
All right, anyway.
Haven't reached perfection yet.
Well, everyone rips off everyone, which is totally true because everything's been done. So it's not about how you rip off, it's how you use it. But anyway, that's pretty much it that we have
What?
for these 3 episodes of King-Ohger. What did you guys think of them? Tell us in the comments. If you haven't watched this live stream, click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever YouTube has you clicking on support us. You can support me on Patreon and Twitter at Toku AAN Network. And then the Discord, Twitter, not Twitter, I just said Twitter. Discord, Facebook, Instagram, whoever else I'm forgetting at Kaiju no Kami. And then there's
Silver Quill on, MLP Silver Quill on Twitter, DeviantArt, and the YouTubes. My YouTube page will also have links to my Patreon and Ko-fi if you wish to support After the Fact and Weekday Puns.
Yes, weekday puns. Some are kind of cool, some are kind of weak.
But they're always weekly.
But they will definitely punish you.
Oh, always.
Until next time.
Bye.
Cruellica says bye. And I say bye-bye.
And what does Silver Quill say?
Dinner!
Well, in 10
Dinner!